hello. I see fire in those eyes. How do I put it? They've a strong sense of duty. Like whatever you start, you'll always see through, no matter what. If you'll permit me, there's something I'd very much like to show you. But first, I just need to hear it from you. Say that you'll stay till the very end. With that done, let's get you on your way.
Hi guys, it's C&NOnline, and today we're going to be looking at a brilliant title which hit the Nintendo 2 and 3DS recently in America, and the end of last year in Europe. It's called Bravely Default, so let's get started.
Bravely Default takes place in a land called Luxembourg, though starts in a kingdom of Cold Island. As the vessel of the Wind Crystal finds it shrouded in dark energy, the town of Narende is swallowed up whole. Tiz, who lived in the town of Narende, is the only survivor. After seeing his brother swallowed up along with the town, he falls unconscious and is rescued and taken to an inn. After recovering, Tiz sets off to see the aftermath of his hometown, though bumping into the wind vestal, Agnes. She apologises to Tiz for the events that have befallen his hometown, though prepares to set off on her own quest. Tiz then chooses to tag along to aid Agnes on her journey, becoming her escort around the land of Luxembourg.
Bravely Default is a turn-based JRPG. The game features random encounters, a job system and a battle system, with the job and battle systems closely linked. Let's firstly look at the battle system. The game uses something known as BPs, which you can use in fights to give characters extra turns. Each character has their own amount of BP. When you use a move such as an attack, using an item, or one of your abilities, more on these later, you do deplete one BP point. When you use a BP point, you have to wait for it to replenish, which takes 1 turn per point. So if you only use 1 point, you'll only have to wait until the next round for that character's BP to be replenished.
Like we mentioned earlier, during battles you have the option to attack, use an ability, use Brave, use Default, summon a friend, use an item, or run. Choosing an attack performs a basic attack. Every character has the option to perform an attack. Next, using an ability. It links closely to the job system. Abilities depend on the job level a character has and which scrolls they have. To pick one at random, a Dark Mage unlocks the ability to use different magic scrolls at each level. By level 3 you are able to use electric magic, if you have the scroll that is.
Brave is the next option. Brave is a feature which allows you to use up to 4 turns at once, so you're able to do up to 4 rounds without any interruptions. The downside this has is that you deplete 4 BP, so you will be on -4. Whilst you had the benefit of having 4 turns in advance, you are then not able to carry out any battle commands with that character for that amount of turns, so do use this move wisely. Default allows you to defend yourself for a round and earn 1 BP. You can store up to 3 BP, allowing you to use 4 turns at once at the later stage, so if you combine Brave and Default, you can have some really awesome and intense battles.
Summon Friend is a Street Pass feature, where you bump into other players, you are then able to use them for a single turn to help you in battle, though this command can also be used to send help to other players as well. If you call players enough, you will grow an affection with that player, and they'll become stronger and be able to benefit you more in battle. Items allows you to use items in combat to aid you on your turn. These range from curing poison to restoring health. Finally, there is Run. This allows you to run from a battle, as long as it isn't a boss fight of course, which sadly you have to stay until the very end.
Specials can also be used during battles. These attacks are based upon the weapon a character has equipped. A special move is unique to each character and plays a unique theme as the move is being used. The special move's damage is based upon the strength of the weapon. The theme will play until it ends, while the theme is playing your team will get buffs, so use this to your advantage and take out the enemies before the song stops playing. When in battle, you're also able to speed up battles by tapping right on the D-pad. This allows you to grind and level up fairly quickly, instead of tediously watching every attack when you're trying to quickly level up.
The job system is up next, which links closely to the abilities during battle. Characters learn abilities based upon their jobs. There are over 20 different jobs such as Knight, Dark Mage and Freelance, that is naming only a few of them. As you have the job selected and go through battles, you will gain a higher job level. The higher the job level for that particular job, the more abilities that will become available for you to use within battle. As mentioned earlier, at each level you gain a new ability for each job, and combining with scrolls for certain classes helps to add further depth to the battle system. You are able to change jobs at will, though the downside to this is if you have leveled up one class really high and switch classes, you'll have to start from scratch. Though in reality this is all part of the fun. To unlock a new job, an asterisk is needed to be collected. You will obtain these throughout your journey, so keep an eye out for them.
Leveling on the game is needed at times to help you increase your job level after changing to a new job, and can be a rather tedious affair. On easy mode, due to the lack of experience you gain after battles, you will find yourself having to level up a lot longer periods of time. obviously with the advantage of easier gameplay. Hard on the other hand awards you with a reasonable amount of experience per fight, though with the risk of a more difficult game. Normal balances it fairly well, though it depends how good you are with JRPGs in general to what game mode you're going to play, as normal for us at least was very challenging in itself.
The overworld is a key part of getting from location to location. It is a really efficient way to travel around the world. The world is fairly small, whilst the character you play as is fairly large. It's really nice, and whilst you are walking from location to location, you can bump into some random encounters. Throughout the game, shops and inns are your allies, allowing you to buy new weapons, items to use in battle and in the overworld, and also inns are used to rest up. Shops are accessible in several locations, and whilst allowing you to buy items, you can also sell them too. Inns are only really found in towns and cities. Use them to replenish your team's health and magic so that you can carry on your adventure.
The Street Pass feature for the game not only focuses on battles, but also outside of battles consists of a minigame-esque mode where you can fix Tiz's hometown of Narende. The more people you meet via Street Pass, the more villages you will gain to help restore the town back to its prime. If you don't meet players over Street Pass, the game does actually help you out and gives you NPCs every so often. Those who have played the demo will also instantly get one villager move in to set you off from fixing up the town. You're able to restore magic, weapon and armor shops, and when you upgrade these shops, you unlock new items to be purchased from vendors throughout the rest of the game. This is a time-based minigame where you have to wait real time to achieve goals. One way around which we noticed is to get as many villagers on one task as you can. This helps you out as much as possible and minimises the time it takes to do things. In the game, your team consists of 4 characters. These are Agnes, Tiz, Ida and Ringabel. The chemistry between these characters is really well done and helps bring the game world alive. With each of them bringing their own unique personality to the team, it makes for some interesting moments as we see them bond throughout the story.
The game's soundtrack is excellent and fits the game perfectly. Bravely's soundtrack is fully orchestral, which is excellent to hear on a handheld console, one of the many benefits of the Nintendo 2 and 3DS's. It truly adds a deep atmosphere to the game world and helps you get involved with how the characters are feeling. During battles, each character has their own unique theme, which helps add to the intensity of action-packed battles that you will come across. The soundtrack never gets boring when you are playing this game. Whilst at times you may hear the same song over and over, they perfectly fit the event you're in and making it feel unique and a great experience. The voice acting for Bravely Default in both English and Japanese is brilliant and fully engages you within the game. Each character has a great voice actor which helps differentiate their personalities. As well as the character's animation, it provides an intense and deeply engaging story.
Graphically, Bravely Default looks great on the Nintendo 2 and 3DS. It's probably one of the better looking games currently on the system. Bravely Default mixes hand-drawn environments with 3D models superbly, with them complementing each other really well. The landscapes and environments look stunning too, especially at times when the camera pans out and shows a large area. For example, the main town called Isla. You truly appreciate the style that the developers chose here. The overview map also looks really great, with the characters slightly larger than the environments running over it. Not only does the overview map look really nice, it's really easy to navigate and really easy to find your way around. Cutscenes would be a great thing to mention here also. At the beginning of Bravely Default, a cinematic cutscene plays, which looks stunning on the console. The downside to this is though that the majority of the game focuses on interactive cutscenes, which, whilst it still looks great, it would have been nice to see a few more cinematic cutscenes thrown into the mix.
Now let's take a look at the positives and negatives. Positives: art style looks amazing, voice acting works really well, the soundtrack, because it really fits well with the game, and the gameplay is just engaging and makes you want to keep playing. Now onto the negatives. Lack of cinematic cutscenes like the beginning one. Leveling up is tedious but enjoyable. Difficulty changes drastically depending on which one you choose, but this must just be a JRPG thing.
In short, Bravely Default is a beautiful game, which if you haven't picked up already, you've got to understand you're missing out on a lot of fun. It doesn't add anything new to the JRPG genre, but does have an excellent job and battle system, a great visual style and a superb soundtrack. If you're a fan of JRPGs, we recommend you get your hands on this as soon as you can. Though, if you aren't too sure on the JRPG genre, check out the demo on the eStore, because this game will definitely get you hooked for hours to come. And it's a great place to start. Overall, Bravely Default gets a C&N score of 5 out of 5.
Thanks for watching guys, feel free to leave comments down below, we love speaking with you guys and hearing what you think. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and we'll see you in the next video. This is C&NOnline signing out.
The Vestal of Wind has been sighted there. For your father, and for your country, you must apprehend her at all cost. Edea, wear this at your side.
This is your finest blade. Issei no Kami.
I pray it keeps you safe.
Father, I swear that I'll return to you a proven warrior.